Hi, I'm Robin Lang, an Instructional Services Librarian at Ryan Library at Point Loma Nazarene University. This short demo video will show you how to find ebooks and journal articles using library databases. We first want to go to the library's homepage. You can do that several ways. You can type in pointloma.edu library or just Google PLNU and Ryan Library. A couple of things to notice on the library's homepage are ways to ask for help. You can text message us at this number here. You can ask us a question via the instant message service in this box. You can also email us at the Research Help Desk general email address, or you can email me personally at rlang@pointloma.edu. On the left here, if you ever need to order a print book or a journal article that we do not provide through Ryan Library, you can do so through the interlibrary loan request form. Under Quick Links, it's about in the middle here. Click on the third option. And here we have the request form for journal articles, or you can click over and request a book or a book chapter. Unfortunately, we cannot borrow ebooks on your behalf from other libraries, but we can borrow print books. Back on the library's homepage, also notice the research guides link. From here we have a guide on each department on campus. So you may want to take a look at the History and Political Science Research Guide to determine which databases are useful for your topic. Click on Articles and Databases and you'll see this list here. The library subscribes to over 90 databases, but these listed here are the most appropriate to use when researching topics related to history and political science. If you're researching the topic of the women's suffrage movements, I would point out here the Women and Social Movements database might be useful to you. JSTOR is a good one, and Academic Search Premier and OmniFile. Let's go back to the library's homepage. First, we're going to look for an ebook on our topic, the women's suffrage movement. I'm putting my phrase in quotation marks. Anytime you're searching for a keyword that's more than one word, if it's 2 words or more, put it in quotation marks. Our results list retrieved 64 books available through Ryan Library, but these are both print books and ebooks. If you want to quickly limit your results to ebooks, go to Item Format on the left, and then check the box that says ebook. It tells us here we have 11 ebooks on the topic of the women's suffrage movement. From here, I can see quickly that this book was published in 1996. Let's look for a book published more recently. This is 2011. This one's 2017. This one was published most recently, so we'll click on this book. This opens up the book's record. To view the table of contents, before you determine if you want to look at the actual book, you can quickly read through that. You can also notice the subject terms on the book. These terms describe what the book is about. Go to View eBook. At this point, if you haven't already logged in, you will be prompted to enter your Point Loma username and password. A couple of things to notice. The name of this database is ProQuest eBook Central. And if you want to get back to this exact page, or if you want to cite this book for a research paper, you need to use the stable URL. Anytime you've had a login to access Point Loma content through a database, you don't want to ever use the browser window URL at the top here. You'll get an error message if you were to click on this later on. You want to look for the stable URL. And this database is called ShareLinked Book. You could copy and paste this in a Google Doc or anywhere you're taking notes on your topic. And when you're ready to write your paper, you can click on this and get right back to this page. Let's go into the book's content. So click on where it says Read Online. And from here, the nice thing about an ebook is that you can quickly keyword search. So if we're interested on the 19th Amendment, we can type in the keyword amendment, and it tells me here that the term comes up 40 times within the book. And the gray bar with the most purple is the chapter that has the most instances of that phrase. I'm going to click on this arrow, and it will tell me exactly each page that has the word amendment on it, highlighted here. Let's go back to the library's homepage. We're going to look for ebooks on our topic. We're going to look for journal articles on our topic. The library subscribes to over 90 databases, each with unique content, but we can search about a third of these at the same time. So if you go to the Articles tab here, you can search 36 library databases available through the vendor EBSCO. So let's type in our topic, women's suffrage movement, again in quotation marks. So our goal is to limit our results to something manageable, so probably less than 100 items is a good goal. Closer to 30 would be better. It's telling us we have 2,940 items in our results list. To narrow this down, we can do a couple of things. We can add more search terms up here. We can limit by publication date. We can also click on the scholarly peer-reviewed button, which will eliminate any source that is not considered academic. The oldest item is from 1881, which means that it's a primary source. If you're interested in a primary source, that might be worth looking at. But let's say that we're interested in only looking at journal articles published within the last 10 years. We can do that by pulling this toggle over to 2010, and that will bring us from 2,900 items to 2,100 items. We also want to only retrieve peer-reviewed journal articles, which are generally considered to be higher quality than articles that are not peer-reviewed because they've gone through a more rigorous editorial process. We're now down to 793 items published in the last 10 years that are peer-reviewed. Let's add some more search terms. Let's say we're looking for the 19th Amendment. Here I'm going to paste in both ways of spelling it. You can spell out the word 19th, or you can type it as a number, 19. So notice I'm going to put this in parentheses to tell the database that I only want to retrieve sources that have the phrase women's suffrage movement as I've typed it, and the phrase 19th Amendment spelled either way. So we're going from 793 items down to 91 items. From here, some of the articles listed are available in full text in that particular database. Some of them are not available in full text. So you can order an article that we don't provide through interlibrary loan. We'll ask another owning institution, another academic library in the area to borrow the article. Really, we keep it. We just get a PDF copy of it and we forward that email to you with a PDF. It generally takes 3 to 10 business days. We can also limit our results by full text. Be careful with that though. You might be missing out on a fantastic journal article that you want to read. Okay, so this first one here, it tells us it's 7 pages long. I'm sorry, the third one. Let's look one for a little bit longer. This article is only 1 page long, so we'll avoid that. This one's 23 pages. Let's take a look at this article number 8. A couple of things to notice. You can look at the full text PDF or HTML file. If you have a choice, always choose the PDF because the formatting is much nicer and you have page numbers. The HTML file is just one long web page and does not have page numbers, and that's what you see here. You can click on email. If you want to email the article to yourself, you can save a copy in your desktop. Be careful with the automatically generated citation. 99% of the time there's an error there. Again, we never want to copy and paste this browser window URL. You'll get an error message if you were to click on it later. Look for the stable URL in the EBSCO databases. They're called a permalink. And this is the URL that you would want to use for your citation and to keep in your notes. All right, I'm going to show you one more database. Let's go back to the library's homepage. We're going to go to all databases and look at JSTOR. Again, if you haven't logged in yet, you'll be prompted to do so. Let's type in our topic, women's suffrage movement. From here, you can limit your search in a variety of ways. We have 742 items. Let's look at the last 10 years. We'll type in our date range, hit apply. We went from 700 to 109. And then you can choose if you want to emphasis in any of these subject areas. So if you're interested in history or feminism or women's studies, we can click on that box. And now down to 5 items, we can also click on history, which bumps us up to 61 items. They all happen to be journal articles. You can look at the article itself by clicking on the hyperlink title. And here you have the article itself. And you would click through this way. You can also save the article or download it directly to your computer. I know we covered a lot of content. If you have any questions, do feel free to reach out to me. Again, my email is rlang@pointloma.edu. Feel free to text message us or instant message us. And we hope to hear from you. Thank you so much.